I think that's about right. At the Urban League, we provide services in education, such as college readiness opportunities in the high school. We talk to the students about career and college opportunities. We provide financial literacy in terms of VITA, which is the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. If you make $50,000 or less, we will do your taxes free of charge, as long as you call and make an appointment. And we also provide workshops and training in diversity and inclusion. Sometimes people say, I've heard about the Urban League, but I really don't know all that they're doing. Just recently, we had about 1,000 students at the Chateau, and we offered them about $4.9 million in scholarships.
All right.
In scholarships. Colleges came from all across the country, historical black universities and colleges. They were here. There were about 70, in fact, and the reason they come is because we have the brightest students.
All right.
They wouldn't come
Amen.
if we didn't have the right students with the right grades. So let's always keep that in mind. I'd like to thank Attorney Juniper Hall and Attorney John Hall, and to all the clergy, the mayor. I think we've seen each other like 3 or 4 times in the past 2 hours or something. You know, just event after event after event. And I won't be before you long. I'll only be up here about 2 hours. Just pray for me, and I'm praying for you. Just I've pondered over several themes, several topics. What would I say about the late Honorable Katie Hall? This is a time in history. In fact, what is today's date? November 2nd. Isn't that something? That it was on November 2nd at that time that the bill was signed. So I'm just thankful again to be here. So let's talk about courageous conversations. Courageous conversations. Today is filled with malicious rhetoric that entices fear. Feelings that I thought were back in the 20s and 30s and 40s, but here we are today, 2018, still having to deal with issues of race and race relations. Day after day, we see racist comments, abusive language from the White House that trickles down into our house. Never in my lifetime have I seen something like this. I've always heard about my grandparents and my parents and the things that they experienced, but now we are experiencing it today. It has not gone. The verbal abuse, the media accounts on how African Americans are being followed to their apartment because the person doesn't think they live there. Media accounts where the woman says, I was assaulted by this 9-year-old boy. When in fact, it was his book bag that brushed up against her. But oh, they call 911 quickly. Now, if former President Obama would have said or acted in any of these ways, you know what would have happened. That 30 days max, they would have had him out of the White House. But that just goes to show us again that white privilege is alive and well. Because if we were in there, you know it would be the opposite. So every day we see protests, children being taken away from their parents. We need to have courageous conversations. We need to speak up against injustices. And I listened to the video, and former President Reagan said, traces of bigotry still mar our day. Did you see that? He said traces of, and what year was that?
83.
And so what year is this? I'm glad we all together. So I don't want to say traces, there's another word that I want to say, but I won't say it right now. But there's no question about it that bigotry and racism is alive and well. Amen. So why do we need to have courageous conversations? We need to talk about our history. Amen. We need to talk about the vibrant history that we have right here in Gary, Indiana. Amen. It takes courageous conversations that remind us of our past. What happened years ago, we need to talk about that. I remember when Eyes on the Prize used to come on TV. Yes. Usually it came on maybe the first week of February. Now I can't find it. But back in the day, Eyes on the Prize would come on that entire month. And I remember my mom saying, you must watch this. So when I had children, Eyes on the Prize came on. I said, you must watch this, especially on the day that was recognized as Dr. Martin Luther King's Day. It wasn't a play day. It wasn't a have fun day. It was a day to have a courageous conversation about what happened years ago and why we honor and reference Dr. Martin Luther King. So it takes courageous conversations that remind us of our present. Right now, here today, the things that are going on in our nation and the community. And it takes courageous conversations to talk about the future, what we want, where are we going, what do we want to accomplish. So some of you remember that there was a movie out a few months ago called Black Panther. Did you all hear about that? Yes. That movie exhibited black love, black pride in the African American community. Because for so long, they depicted us as drug dealers and hustlers and prostitutes. You know, are you all with me? When we watched the TV, we were always the ones getting shot up or shooting up. You know, they never put us in a positive light. So when Black Panther came out, it depicted us as proud, creative, smart people. And I just love the women. The women had it going on. All shapes and sizes, the women was running it. We knew nothing against the men. But the women were the ones that had the brains. And they were the mighty warriors. And they had courageous conversations. They were taking up for Chicago, right? They were watching over him and making sure he was protected. Well, I looked at that and I said, well, they had smart people, they had creative people, they had intelligent people, and then they had this mystical place where they lived called, what the name? Y'all know what the name is? Wakanda. We walked around for weeks talking about Wakanda, we did all of this for weeks because we were so happy that finally there was a picture that painted us in a very positive light. Well, we have that right here in Gary, Indiana. Right here in Gary, Indiana. We have smart people, creative people, intelligent people. I can't even begin to name all of the great people that has come out of Gary, Indiana. If I put them all together, they would probably take this entire wall. But what we need to do is have a courageous conversation. We need to talk about those people so that we can be reminded about the strong strength that we have right here in Gary, Indiana. So I'm thankful that Wakanda was a fantasy place. But I'm looking at Gary, Indiana. After all, we have the lakefront. Nobody else has it, right? They made one, but after all, it's ours. It's here in Gary, Indiana. After all, we have the Gary International Airport. They try to get it, but it's ours. right? And we have all of the, some of the major universities, right? We have Purdue and IU, all, it's ours, right? IUN is right here, right? And we have the first African American woman mayor. Amen. We have the crossroads of Gary. You can't get anywhere unless you come down 94. And we have the railroad track. We have so much right here that we need to talk about and we need to lift up and we need to remind people what we watch this. We have the home of Michael Jackson. People try to steal it. They try to say, well, he grew up in somewhere in California. Well, he was in Detroit. But wait a minute. What's the address? Okay. We paused for station identification. There's an Explorer Ford, UXD 697. Somewhere blocking, or we don't want you to get told an Explorer Ford somewhere that needs to be moved. Thank you. I'm reading lips. Moved. So I said we need to have those courageous conversations about the wealth that we have right here, and we need to talk positively about our lakefront, about our railroads, about our airport, our mayor, because after all, it's ours. We're here. Because other people can say a whole lot of things, but we need to begin to speak out and speak up. So that brings me to the woman who stood up now and spoke out about.
Somebody gonna get their car towed if they don't go get it because this is what she's sitting on.
And it may not be in
Okay,
here.
she's gone out.
She's gone out. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you, no problem. No, because I wouldn't want it to be my car towed. Amen. So that brings me to a strong, courageous woman.
That's right.
Who was able to speak up and speak out.
Yeah.
Yes, Gary has had many strong, courageous women. You know, Frankie Woods McCullough, I'm just going to throw a name out. Some of you may remember. Jean Chambers, I'm just going to throw a name out. Some of you may remember. Sandra Irons, some of you may remember. Dolly Miller, and of course now, Naomi Miller. You know, we've had some strong, and there's a whole lot, but I'm just throwing some names out to you so that we can talk positively about our history and so that we can tell our children. Part of our problem is we don't like to talk about it. You know, sometimes we don't say things. Our children will never know our history unless we speak up. Well, there was another strong, courageous woman, and her name was Katie Hall. Amen. Who would have thought that someone from Gary could go to the nation and get those folks together after the bill had been stalled for how many years? 14, 15 years, because Dr. Martin, I'm glad y'all participate, because what year did Dr. Martin Luther King die? 68. And when was the bill signed? 83. So you see, that was what, 14, 15, that was 15 years. But it took a person from Gary, Indiana. So she brought the spirit of reconciliation. Someone spoke of that, Councilwoman, you know, said that the spirit of reconciliation to bring people on the left and the right, the black and the white, and the Latino, you follow what I'm saying? She was able to bring them together and break down a wall that evidently had been there. Who could do that but a woman? Who could do that except a woman? So when we think about the signing of the bill, when we think about Dr. Martin Luther King, we need to also think about Katie Hall. You know, goes together. When we think about the national holiday, which is celebrated the third Monday in January, when we celebrate that day, and when we honor and reference Dr. Martin Luther King, who was great, wonderful, just remember there was a great woman who made it happen. She made it happen. And that was none other than Katie Hall.
Amen.
No one can take that from us. No one can steal that from us. It was right here. And we thank God for Attorney Hall and Attorney Hall for continuing the legacy, for reminding us that it was our own Congresswoman Katie Hall who made the difference. Because she was not afraid. I can think of some women in the Bible, but I'm not even going to go there right now because I'll get started. But I think about someone like Esther. I'm just going to throw a name out there, okay? Throw one name out there. You have to be a courageous woman, a strong woman, to go before many and speak and make a change. So I'm glad that Katie Hall, Congresswoman Katie Hall, the Honorable Katie Hall, let me put it in the right context. The Honorable Congresswoman Katie Hall was from here. So when we think about Dr. Martin Luther King, let's also think about the Honorable Congresswoman Katie Hall. And from the words of our president, now remember, we have to have courageous conversations, all of us. So from the words of our president, change will not come if we wait for some other person. Or if we wait for some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. President Barack Obama said that. Thank you.